Trudeau has signaled to the world that he is no world leader. He is your garden variety hypocrite who has bitten off more than he can chew. The compulsions of a vote bank have forced him to open a front against a country that is ruled by law and brooks no support of terrorists. What he's also done is paint a target on the backs of millions of persons of Indian origin who live and work in Canada. India has responded for now with a tit-for-tat expulsion of a Canadian intelligence officer. But even Trudeau must know, if the extremists in his vote bank have gone into hiding, terrified of the sudden air of threat over their existence, there's only so much Trudeau can actually do. Now, the big allegation by the Canadian Prime Minister against India set this morning's news agenda. He stood up in Parliament and he said the death of Canadian Sikh leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar, who is a commander of the Khalistan commando force. He's a terrorist. Plain and simple. Not by anyone's imagination, but by several different countries. A terrorist was named and defended by the Canadian Prime Minister in order to point a finger at India. If you missed the story, here it is.
The gloves are off. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Monday announced in Parliament Indian agents could be behind the killing of Canadian citizen Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Khalistani terrorist wanted in India.
Over the past number of weeks, Canadian security agencies have been actively pursuing credible allegations of a potential link between agents of the Government of India and the killing of a Canadian citizen, Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
We've been clear.
Canada has expelled an Indian diplomat over what it calls the involvement of a foreign government in its internal affairs. Within hours of Canada's provocation, New Delhi retaliated by expelling a senior Canadian diplomat.
External Affairs Minister. Sir, you meet the... You got... External Affairs Minister.
India has called Canada's accusations absurd and politically motivated to shift the focus from Khalistani terrorists and extremists who are being allowed a free run there.
Phrase which came to my mind was actually a Hindi phrase, which was "Ulta chor kotwal ko dante." I mean, if anybody has a complaint, we have a complaint about Canada. You know, what I said earlier, the space that they're giving to Khalistanis and to violent extremists. So I was very perplexed by what I heard.
Nijjar, whom India had declared a wanted terrorist, was gunned down on June 18th in Surrey. The NIA had issued an arrest warrant for Nijjar, accusing him of carrying out terrorist attacks in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had taken up the issue of Khalistani extremists getting a voice in Canada in his bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Trudeau in Delhi on the sidelines of G20. Trudeau claims he'd discussed Nijjar's killing with the Indian Prime Minister. Canada had recently suspended negotiations for a free trade agreement with India. With the latest accusations, the already sour diplomatic relations between the two countries have hit a new low. Bureau Report, India Today.